Yo, what's up guys, and welcome to another video from Gaiden Hayabusa. It took me a long while to record another video, I had a lot of stuff going on with studying and work and just with my family, walking around. So I want to talk about Ninja Gaiden 4 in this video, and specifically about the situation in the community itself. You see, the Ninja Gaiden community can be really controversial in some points. But first of all, thank y'all for this support that I got on my Rise of Ronin video. If you got any questions regarding the combat, I will answer them and probably do a video if needed. Just ask me, if you like. I don't know if anybody is still playing that game. It has a lot of content, not as much as the Neo games, but there's enough content. The combat is really engaging, and Rise of Ronin is one of the games from Team Ninja that was regarded in a way really critically by the community, by the Team Ninja audience. But then when the game came out, mostly the PlayStation players did not like it. I talked about it in the video. You can watch it if you want. I'm not really that proud of the video because I didn't know that so many people will watch it. But anyways, I'm happy with the results, and I'm gonna talk about Ninja Gaiden 4 and the entire controversy around it. So my biggest motivation for this video is for Llama's video. Llama, the Neo 2 content creator, the one who made the Neo 2 Academy, one of the best playlists on YouTube. He is the guy who put me on this entire action game genre, actually, because back in the day when I played an action game, I was just mashing buttons, bro. But with Neo 2, I saw the opportunity of playing action games on a harder difficulty and enjoying them and engaging with enemy AIs and so on and further. So we had Llama's video where he says the game is not worth it, talking about Ninja Gaiden 4, not worth the $90, even though he's talking about the deluxe edition which has additional content. Also there's a post from Zenzi, I don't know how to call him. He does a lot of good combat complications, like especially Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge and Ninja Gaiden 2. So let's just talk first of all about the reveal of Ninja Gaiden 4. A lot of people back in the day, it's not really that back in the day, I think it's 6 months ago. Oh my god, bro, it's actually 9 months ago. We had the Ninja Gaiden reveal, Ninja Gaiden 4's reveal in the Xbox showcase. Incredible, really incredible. At that night, I remember I was studying for one of my exams, and it was really difficult stuff. I'm studying mechatronic engineering, so I was studying for my electric exam. And then, I got this notification from Discord, from Matt Killa, from the Discord server for Rise of Ronin, and he said, Ninja Gaiden 4 trailer just dropped. I didn't believe, I just clicked on it without even noticing, without even reading really, and realizing that this is an official trailer. So I saw the Xbox logo and I was like, hold on, what is this? What I'm saying? This is official. And I was on the verge of tears, man. I was so happy, and I didn't really watch the trailer to the end. I just saw Yakumo, and I saw some gameplay. I saw the Izuna drop. I saw Ryu Hayabusa, and also Ryu Hayabusa looking great, bruh. He's aura farming again. Yakumo is just cocky as fuck, but like, who cares? At the end of the day, we are getting a new Ninja Gaiden 4. For that time, that was the most important thing that I thought about. I just lying in my bed in that night, and I couldn't sleep because I was so fucking high. And I was into Ninja Gaiden. I played Ninja Gaiden 3 Vanilla. I played. It was my first entry into the Ninja Gaiden series. It's not the best one. But then I played a lot of Sigma, and then I played Sigma 2, and then I played Razor's Edge. And today I'm replaying Razor's Edge because I saw that Ryu from Ninja Gaiden 4 has a lot of moves like just brought over from Razor's Edge, and even his OTs. And I wanted to talk about specifically the controversy that is going on right now. The Ninja Gaiden community, or just say the die-hard fans of Ninja Gaiden 2 specifically, are not happy with Yakumo. And I'm not talking about the die-hard fans of Ninja Gaiden 2 only, but about the Master Ninja enjoyers. Those people who have been playing Ninja Gaiden 2 from 2008 to this day, playing Ninja Gaiden 2 on Master Ninja every single day, non-stop. These are a different breed of humankind. We have to consider them as a different species. Ninja Gaiden Vanilla 2 was just incredibly difficult, it was directed by Itagaki, made by Team Ninja, and it wasn't in a finished state, but they just, like, Team Ninja made it so that it is playable back in the day. Itagaki was kind of happy with the results. The game was really difficult, especially in Master Ninja, and a lot of people enjoyed it, like, back in the day, and even now it's a timeless, like, masterpiece of an action game. But we have people that are just so pessimistic about Ninja Gaiden 4, like Zenzi, for example, with his, like, incredible long posts, and even comments agreeing with him, which is like, guys, like, calm the fuck down, brother. Like, the game is not even out yet. So yeah, I will first of all, let's just talk about Yakumo and why actually Ninja Gaiden 4 needs Yakumo as a new character. You see, let's start off with the reason, I guess. Probably it is Platinum Games' idea. Nakao said he wanted Yakumo to be in the game to have his unique style, and he was like reworked multiple times. And Ninja Gaiden 4 is also one of the mainline titles of Xbox for 2025. So it's going to be, you know, it's getting a lot of attention by newcomers. By newcomers, I mean, like, you have to also realize that the Ninja Gaiden audience is really old. You know, like, for a publisher, this is not a good thing. You don't want to have an old audience. You want to have an audience that is between the age of 15 and maybe 21 or something like that. But the Ninja Gaiden audience, you know, the average age of you know, the male, like, it's a 95% male audience, maybe even 90, maybe 100%. I would say it's a 100% male audience. If there's a woman watching right now, just tell me in the comments. But I really doubt that there's even one woman that plays Ninja Gaiden to this day. You know, Master Ninja, Ninja Gaiden 2, etc. I really doubt that. And also, you know, it's in the age gap between 30 and 45. You know, you don't want to have this old audience. And also, these guys, like, half of them, or maybe like more than half of them, are not even like gaming anymore. They're too old, right? They cannot do that. They have a family, they have kids, you know, they have to touch some grass. You know, there are a lot of things, you know, happening in their life as you grow up. So they want to have a new audience, a younger audience. With a new audience, you also need a new character, a new young character that actually is interesting, and you don't really know a lot about him, and you cannot know a lot about him because he's new. So that's why Hayate is also not a possibility, because Hayate is already an established character, and if you change anything about him, the fan base is going to be angry. So a new character is needed. It is essential, especially for a comeback. You need a new character. And like, also another thing that I wanted to mention about Ninja Gaiden in the whole, the story. The story is really just a thing that is just made as an afterthought. So you have like a new character, a new established character, but that you can do a lot of things about him. You know, Hayate or Ryu Hayabusa are just these like perfect man, you know, perfect Sigma males, alpha males. You know, they do whatever they need to do with no problems. They have no struggles. Especially Ryu Hayabusa, as he is the Dragon Ninja. He does not have any struggles. You know, we witnessed that. And when you give him a struggle, it feels really weird. That's what happened in the Ninja Gaiden 3 story. It was so disturbing. You know, even if you don't care about the story, the Ninja Gaiden narrative, Ninja Gaiden 3's narrative was really disturbing. You didn't want to see Ryu struggle out for no reason, bruh. No fucking reason. He is not that weak. He is not like stupid, bruh. They made him stupid. They made him weird. They made him goofy. So it's just not really smart to change an established character for a narrative. So what they do is they have a new character that is, you know, young, does a lot of mistakes, struggles, is not as strong as the Dragon Ninja, and he has, you know, his goal. And I'm really interested in the story, and I think they're cooking something up there. The writing is going to be good, and it has to be good. You know, again, it's an Xbox main title. The game needs to be loved from a big audience. So we have the part with the story, and we have the part with the gameplay. You know, when you want to have a new combat loop, you want to have a new experience for the veterans and for the newcomers. You want just to change things up, because you cannot just copy and paste. You know, this is not a good thing. You know, it's really like Team Ninja tries not to copy and paste. With every game they do, they always invent a new combat loop. Like, just look at Neo 1 and Neo 2 and Neo 3. I don't know if have you played the Neo 3 alpha demo? This is like peak combat perfection, and I'm calling the game Neo 3 is going to be my game of the year 2026, and I do not care about Onimusha. I do care about Onimusha, but what I've seen now from the demo gameplay from the Gamescom, that the game is going to be really slow, really like kind of the Ghost of Tsushima vibes, you know, from the combat. I do not really care about it. Probably it's going to be a good game overall, but Neo 3 combat is going to be insane, like really insane. I do like it. I love how the switching between ninja style and samurai style, and there's the speed, it's just amazing speed. I also like the new visual theme, the new design of the theme. The music is also again amazing as fuck. I'm really happy that Neo 3 is coming. Also, like, one of my, like, this announcement of Neo 3, I witnessed it live, and I couldn't breathe for some moment. Okay, again, back to Ninja Gaiden 4. I was talking about the new mechanics, and they are not allowed to change the system too much of Ninja Gaiden, but also they need to change a bit. You know, this is also a thing about Ninja Gaiden, the 3D Ninja Gaiden games. Every single game is different from another. You know, Ninja Gaiden 1 plays differently from 2, differently from Sigma 2, and differently from 3, and differently from Razor's Edge, you know? So 4 needs to play different. With that, they wanted to invent a new combat system, but not really like change it too much. That's why you have a new character to implement this new Blood Raven form in this case. So yeah, we need Yakumo for new story type, for a new combat loop. We need the Yakumo as a new character. And also another thing that I wanted to discuss is Ninja Gaiden 4 is not going to get a second edition. There won't be Ninja Gaiden Sigma, Ninja Gaiden 4 Sigma, or Ninja Gaiden 4, you know, Black or Razor's Edge. It won't happen. You know, probably after all the DLCs are released, probably you can buy a complete edition for just, I don't know, $70 or $80, I don't know. But you know, everybody is just telling me, you know, I will just wait for Ninja Gaiden 4 Black. That won't happen, because when you go back in history and just see Ninja Gaiden 1 was rushed in 2004, so they did Ninja Gaiden Black as a complete, finished state of the game. And then with the new port for the PlayStation 3, they made the Sigma edition, with new graphics, with new colors, with new additions into the game. Then we had Ninja Gaiden 2 for the Xbox 360. That game was also incredibly rough, and you will notice it when you play it on some sections. It's really like unbalanced. It feels weird. It feels like something is missing. And not only that, also like Team Ninja has stated that game was not really complete. So they did Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2 for the PS3, and it was also not really received well by the audience. And then they made Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2 Plus, and then we had this year Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, which I think is a good addition for the games. It's a good. It's not really definitive. There are some weird things. I really wish that the Rachel part is not in the game. But yeah, so we had every time for the new console they had to make a new edition, and they also had problems and difficulties for finishing the game. Every game was not really polished, so they had to do a new edition. Back in the day, updates and these big patches were not a normal thing. But nowadays you have like Cyberpunk that comes out unfinished state. They just give some patches here and there, and then the game is finished. They can do that post launch. But this time we have Ninja Gaiden 4 that has been like in a very long time in the work, and then they are publishing it to every single console there, like PC, Xbox, PS5. Probably not the Switch. Probably for the Switch too there will be another edition, but I really doubt that it's going to be different. And they don't need to. They don't need to make different editions this time. So we have all the consoles are covered. The game is polished, going to come out in a polished state, in a finished state. All the members are right now satisfied. Like Team Ninja is satisfied with the state of the game. Platinum Games is satisfied. Xbox satisfied. Koei Tecmo is satisfied. And with that, we won't need a new edition. There won't come. And if there is some changes needed, they could just patch it. So for those who are waiting for
I'm waiting for Ninja Gaiden 4 Black.
It won't happen. They don't need to. They don't care about you. It will not happen. And if it happens, it's just they would add some patches in. So yeah, I got the deluxe edition from Instant Gaming. I don't know if you have that in America, but I pre-ordered it on digitally on PlayStation. I wanted to buy it physically, but then I saw that Ryu Hayabusa is not getting his weapons, so I just thought I can get it like eventually for a lesser price, pre-launch digitally. So I just did that, and I'm not like forcing you to buy it, but I really disagree with the people that are just saying it's not worth it. It's going to be a bad game. It's not a Ninja Gaiden game. And I'm already talking too much, so just watch the Shonen Sensei video. I will link it down below. And if you have any other questions, again, I want to tell you, I pre-ordered Lost Soul Aside physically, but I was there today, and they just told me, it's not here yet. It's not delivered. I have to wait till Monday, I think. Today is Saturday. It launched yesterday, and it's still not here in the part where I live in Germany, which is really sad. I want to have it physically. The game looks like it's a fun game. I saw some people like, this game is not serious. Of course it's not serious. It is a video game that is supposed to be fun, bruh. Oh my goodness. I apologize for the way I talk. I always forget some words. It's just that my vocabulary is really limited. I really hope that you could enjoy this video. Thank you for watching, and support me if you can with liking and sharing. Anyways, stay tuned for I will do a Sekiro trailer, probably a video for the Sekiro trailer. I don't know yet. And I will do a video for Lost Soul Aside, definitely. And probably for Kazan. But this, you see the ambitions, bruh. You see the ambitions, but it's just that I don't have really time. Like Monday, back to work, 6 a.m. At work, bruh. It's just so annoying, bruh. It's so fucking annoying. But this is life. This is what am I supposed to do? This is what I am supposed to do. I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are having fun. Just stay tuned for the Ninja Gaiden 4 demo. It will come eventually. And yeah, feel free to discuss things in the comments down below. Bye.